All right. Repeat what you
I
said.
I said
I
I'll
will
take
take.
comp. I will
Go ahead.
take comp of Madoka.
Okay.
And
Let's
yeah, I
go
just don't think
Kenshin.
she loses to your character at all. I don't think your character has a way to be mine.
Okay. I'll just take the opposite. I'll just take my character wins. You can go ahead.
Okay. So my character stated to be a concept.
Can you send that?
Yeah. Where's it at? Hold up. Um, Hold up. Where's the server? All right, I'll send it in scans.
That is your shift to another concept. No one will ever be aware that you existed, and no one. You will no longer be a member of this universe. Blah 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 blah. All right.
Do you have any contentions with this?
Yeah. Is she in her conceptual state, like in the scan?
No, it's using the terms in a future sense. So it's talking about that she will shift that to a level.
All right, then I'm gonna just do the typical thing. Why should I accept it?
Why should we accept it? Because
No.
it's a statement in the manga, and statements can be used to craft narratives, and we have no reason to believe, or sorry, we have no reason to think of why the author would craft a false narrative within a story.
I mean, to say there's no reason to believe he crafted a false narrative, therefore it's a true narrative. If that's what you're saying, that's just an argument from
Well, I
ignorance.
mean, I don't think so. Because, like, for example, if the author states that this character is Naruto, right? I think it's safe to assume that this character is Naruto because it's a narrative statement from the author.
Yeah, but what's
It's
in
in the
question is
hold up, hold
whether or
up.
not the narrative statement should be accepted to be true. So to just keep repeating it's
I know.
a
I'm
narrative
saying it can
statement
be
from the
accepted to be
author
true
doesn't
because
really
the
get
author
to
uses
anything.
narratives to craft story, and we have no reason to believe it's false. Like, for example, if the author states that this character is Naruto, the narrative is telling us that this character's name is Naruto, and if it doesn't have any contradictions or any reason to believe that this is false, then we can accept that as true.
You just repeated yourself.
I know. I don't think what you said attacked my argument.
Yeah, what I already called it out as an argument for ignorance. There's no reason to believe that he put in a false narrative. Therefore, the statement must be true. Argument from
No,
ignorance.
that's
And
not
even
the only
still, I
argument I
can
made.
wait. I know, and I was about to say again. I'm about to just say intentionality versus actuality. Like we can say he intended for them to be a fucking concept,
Yeah, no,
even though they
I'm saying
actually
if
are.
the author intended for this character to be X, right? If the author intends for this character to have X attribute, and then we have no reason to believe that the author is wrong or it's contradicted, then I think we can just take the author's statement as true because there's no contradictions, there's no basis for thinking, or there's no basis for questioning why this thing couldn't be the case. So, and like I said before, the author uses narratives to craft a story. We assume narratives and we assume statements to be true because those are things that we
All
need
right, there
to
you go. You
understand a
brought up
story.
assumptions. You brought up assumptions. There we go. Something new because you already said already attacked the we accept this statement to be true because there's no fucking reason to believe that the author wants to admit a false narrative. Why would we accept it if there's no evidence for it?
Why would we accept what?
That the statement is true if there's no evidence for it. It's just a claim, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it's a claim. That's fine. I don't think that attacks my argument whatsoever. If the
Your
author, like,
argument is only
hold
that
up,
we
like,
assume it to be true, but even still, to accept an assumption, it needs a basis. What's the basis for this
yeah, I know. The
acceptance of the
basis is that
assumption?
the author is using a narrative statement to explain a character's abilities. Like, for example, if
Oh,
I'm writing a story and I put in like a little text bubble, like from the author, like from the narrator, this character's ability is to destroy planets, right? And then there's no reason to believe that this thing should be false, or there's no reason to believe that the author is crafting a false narrative on purpose. Then we can just say that the author stated and the author intends for this thing to be true. Therefore, this thing is true unless given a reason to to doubt it. So.
yeah, you just repeated yourself on the first half. We can
I know,
conclude
and I
that.
don't think that you're attacking that part of the argument.
Yeah, that's fine. We can conclude it.
Okay, NGO, are you there? NGL.
NGL. Alright, bro.
This nigga NGL is in here. You want to move on? We can send fucking Infinity NGL when we're
I
done.
swear to fucking God, this motherfucker said he's probably just like not like listening for his name, or maybe he can't fucking unmute because he's sick or something. This motherfucker. Oh my god.
You want to wait for him, or do you want to move on?
We can wait till like 37. You can ping people when you have them blocked. If it's like an everyone ping, then I'm pretty sure, yeah. My bad. Oh my god. Can y'all repeat? Okay, sure. We can just give our conclusions. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
No, you can go first.
Okay, so basically my argument was that it's stated that this character has this ability, and he tried to argue that we don't have a reason to believe this thing is true, and I said that if it's an author's statement and we have no reason to believe this thing is false, then I think we can just accept it as true, because we have to assume certain statements from the author as true for a narrative to be crafted. For example, if the author states that this character's name is Naruto, and then we don't have any reason to doubt that, then I think it's safe to say that this character's name is Naruto. He tried to bring up intentionality versus actuality, and I said that intentionality is fine. Like, for example, if the author intends for this character to have X ability, and like I said before, what was the argument from ignorance? I'm saying it's not really an argument from ignorance, because I think the idea of the author using statements to craft a narrative is consistent enough. And I give an example of the Naruto statement, and I give an example of like, oh, I can say that this character can blow up planets, and then if there's no reason to doubt it, then we can just assume this is to be true because the author is using it to explain a story.
Okay, is that all?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he provided a statement saying Madoka is a concept. I asked the question, why should I accept the statement to be true? He said, like, that we should accept the statement to be true because there's no reason to assume that the author would implement a false narrative. I called that out as an argument from ignorance. Then he proceeded to bring up a new point, that being we would normatively accept this to be true for, I'm assuming, coherence. And then I said, well, if you're going to bring that up, then why should I accept the basis of this assumption if there's no evidence for this basis? Like, if we were to normatively accept something, we would have a basis for this assumption to accept it, and that would, of course, be evidence. Like, that's what yeah.
All right.
So to say, wait, hold up. Let me continue.
Sorry, I thought you were finished.
So to say, we just accept that the statement, she is a concept, to be true with no evidence other than other niggas normatively assume it. However, with the other niggas who normatively assume it, they have a basis for their assumption. That just doesn't follow. There's no basis for this assumption. I already called that into question. And I've already called into question the assumption. Us accepting the assumptions, but go ahead.
All right. Gio, do you want to mic up, or do you want to like type in chat, or you think one?
This nigga Tokyo.
The fuck I do?
No, because you're always hating on yourself. It's like watching it. It's like, bro, stop.
I got my cheese grabbed once, bro.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. All right. So then, all right, Mikey. I'm gonna ask you, when he put that thing to question, that claim, right? Was the only evidence he used to say that claim, or we should take that claim as true because of the fact that there's no evidence pointing to the contrary of that claim?
Pretty much it was that there's no evidence pointing to the contrary. Why the author would implement a false narrative, and I also give an example, like the author can say that this character's name is Naruto, and if we have no reason to believe that the author will be purposely lying in this scenario, then we can just assume this to be true because the author makes statements to craft a story.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't see how that attacks the not only the argument from ignorance, I don't see how that attacks
I'm saying that there's a reason. I'm saying that the author has a reason, like a basis to implement this thing within a story, and that coupled with the idea that there's no reason to doubt this thing, or there's no reason, like there's no basis to question it, then yeah.
Yeah, I know, but he put that to question too by saying that, oh well, if it were to be the case that what's it close, there's no evidence pointing to the contrary of that claim, then like how can we take that? Wait, my bad. But yeah, he basically put that to question by saying that would be an argument from ignorance. I don't see how you attack that because
I know. I'm saying that.
Wait, hold on. Can we do this after the debate? So we can
yeah.
Like, we can contend sure. I just want to keep the debate going.
If y'all want, we could just presuppose that Mikey won every point. And then we could just judge after the entire debate is over.
I mean, no, you can just give your genuine verdict for the time being, and then if he has a problem with it, he can contend it after. And if you really want to rethink your verdict, you can look over rec. Yeah.
All right, not gonna lie. I do see. Not gonna lie, for when I do see Sharz winning this point, but I'm not gonna lie. But
yeah. And your reasoning was that I didn't contend his argument from ignorance point.
yeah, because you just gave an analogy, but the analogy is literally what was initially in question. You just gave an analogy of what you're arguing.
Well, I gave, I guess, kind of, yeah, but I think that attacks his point because, like I said, it gives a reasoning for the author to implement this said thing within a story. So there's a reason why the author would make a true statement in a story, and there's no reason why the author wouldn't. So yeah, sure.
All right. So do you got any other scaling you want to present?
Sure. Hold up. Let me find it. All right. Sending scans, basically it states that she's eternal. Okay, her life has no beginning or end.
Madoka, with this, your life has no beginning or end. What? So with this, her life has no beginning or end?
Uh-huh.
Do you think with this is indicative of like a beginning of something?
With this? No, I think that this can just be in reference to how she's connected to something else that has no beginning or end, and I think that's implemented with other statements. If you want those as well.
What do you mean? I was going to say, what do you mean she's connected to something that with no beginning or end? So how does that change that with this you have no beginning or end?
With this, because with this, I'm pretty sure with this, I think we can just assume that with this is referring to the wish that she was granted.
So the wish caused her to have no beginning or end?
The wish caused her to be linked with the concept that has no beginning or end.
What the fuck? Who turned the camera on? Yeah, the wish caused her to be linked to the concept with no beginning or end.
So, like for example,
so what does concept, that mean?
I think
how does that mean she has no beginning or end in itself?
Because she's linked with this concept.
How does that mean she has no beginning? She herself has no beginning or end.
Because the concept has no beginning or end.
You're just repeating yourself.
I know if the concept is eternal and unchanging, right? And if my existence is linked to that concept on the same plane and on the same level of transcendental stuff, then I think it would be safe to assume that her existence and her life.
Oh, you're saying it's on the same level of this eternal concept?
Yeah.
So yeah, what's this? Where are the scans for that? And like, what is the where's the argument?
All right, yeah, I got you. Hold up. Let me.
And even still, like, how does a finite entity link herself to a thing with no beginning or end, something that is eternal, and then that finite entity itself then become eternal without entailing a contradiction?
Hold on 1 second, I'll send the scans. Oh, that's our server, fuck. One, 2, 3. Two, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll get this fucking data book. I think that's what it is.
Look at this polite, cordial debate. No spurging, no screaming at each other.
I think it's just a reiteration of the other one. All right, so hold on. There's like, I know it's a lot. There's like 5 scans here, along with a text of a data book. So I'll just walk you through them and why I think they support my argument. All right, so basically, I'll just walk through the text first. The text states that.
Wait, hold on.
What's up?
All right, go ahead. My bad.
All right, so basically, the text that I sent explains that she is shifted to a metaconceptual world. The first scan states that pretty much the first text bubbles explain that she's linked to the concept that's destroying wishes. Second scan states that she became a singular concept.
Can we go by this one by one? Because I got a shitty memory. What was the first thing you said?
The first thing I said was the text stating that she shifted to a metaconceptual world.
She shifted into a metaconceptual world. What does that mean?
I think that, like, for example, that when it comes to at least Platonism, the belief is that concepts exist outside of time and space in their own separate world. I think it's theory of forms, right? So these concepts exist outside of time and space in their own separate
I'm not
place.
talking about what does it mean for something to be metaconceptual. Like, if I have a question for that, we can get to that later. I mean,
Okay.
What does it mean for Madoka herself to shift to a like, what the fuck?
I think what it means is that she becomes part of that world in the sense that she's linked with the concept that's part of that world.
She becomes a part of that world, but linked to the concept that a part of that world. What does that mean?
Yeah, she becomes a part of that world. She becomes connected to it because she is linked with the concept that exists within that world.
So she's not in it. She's just connected and linked to it.
She's in it. Yeah, it states that she shifted to the world.
Okay, wait. So you're saying she's linked to it, connected to it, and she's in the world?
Yeah, she has connections to it. She's in it. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think
for example, if I'm living in a house, you would say that I have connections to this house, right?
Or if I'm okay, I get what you're saying. Do you think that like Platonism concepts are eternal, like unchanging?
Yeah.
If they're eternal and unchanging, how does it go from the state of having this entity that's not connected to it to having this entity connected to it?
I don't think that contradicts it being unchanging.
Why not, bro?
Okay. Well, for example, what about the existence of the concept itself as being changed?
It goes from the state of not being connected to Madoka to being connected to Madoka.
Yeah, I think that doesn't necessarily entail change. I think that can just be a descriptor of what this thing is. Like, for example, if we describe hope as what's it called? Say we describe hope as just will to go on, right? And then we have this person or this thing, and then we can describe hope to this person or thing, right? The concept of what we think of hope is still the same. It just has different connections, and I think that's what it means in this concept.
Can you repeat the thing about how someone have a connection to hope? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm saying that the descriptors that we use for certain concepts can change, and I don't think that entails a contradiction to them being eternal. For example, the definition of what's up?
Do you think that hope is one of those eternal, immutable concepts?
I think it is in this verse. Yeah.
Why?
Because it's given descriptors that align.
Wait, hold on, before you finish. What is hope defined as in the verse, so we can move on to?
I think the concept of hope, I guess, would just be defined as the same one we do in real life.
So, like the desire for something.
Desire of something, yeah, the will to go on, stuff like that.
So
courage.
Isn't that dependent on the mind?
Not necessarily. It can be dependent on the thing that's hold up. It can be dependent on the mind in our world. That's fine. But I think, oh shit, fuck, hold up. I just fucking spilled water myself. God damn it. All right, so basically, I mean, it says that she became a singular concept, the concept of hope. I think the hope statement is referring to how the people of her world perceive her, and even says that a concept that annihilated witches from the universe for all eternity. So.
How does this suffice it being
eternal? And the first thing says that you'll forever be linked to the concept of destroying witches itself. So I think that the concept is the concept of destroying witches, and these people are giving the attribute of hope because it gives them hope. And I think that it's a Platonic concept in this verse because it's given descriptors that match Platonic concepts. It's given descriptors of it being eternal. It's given descriptors of the space that that the concept is in has no direction or depth. It's stated that you can't interact with physical things. I think all those things will be more consistently aligned with a Platonic concept.
I mean, all right. So it's her like being linked to the concept of destroying witches and their people's view of this. That still goes back to it being mind dependent. So what's the argument for it being mind independent? Let's get
hold up. All right, sure. I think the concept of destroying witches, that's an action, right? That can exist without the mind. That's fine. We can label this thing as a certain, like, for example, the concept of a chair, right? Is simply
you think the concept is an action?
Hold up. I'm saying, like, for example, the concept of a chair, right? It's 4 legs. It's got a flat seat that you can sit on, right? And then later on, we can discover this concept. We can discover building things that have 4 legs and a flat seat, and that we can sit on. And we label this thing as a chair. That's fine. So I think the same thing can be said for this thing. The concept of destroying witches, that action can still be done and can still be can still exist without the mind. It's just that the mind is labeling this thing as hope hope, because that's what the people who are being affected by the by destroying witches view it as.
Okay, well, let's get this chair thing out of the way real quick. Do you think the concept of a chair is eternal, like independent of the mind?
I don't necessarily think how that attacks my argument. I'm saying, hold up.
No, I'm
Even
asking
if
you a question. It's not even just meant to attack. It's meant for clarification. Not everything I say is meant to attack or
Okay.
jab you in some sort of
Alright.
way. So,
What was
do you
the
think
question?
the concept of a chair is eternal?
I think in the sense that it's four things that you can sit on, yeah.
Why?
Like 4 legs.
Why do you
because
think the concept of a chair is eternal? Because, for example, we have something that I believe is like, if we were to presuppose concepts like exist external, like in some external reality or some bullshit, right? 2 plus 2 equaling 4. 2 plus 2 equaling 4 is considered unchanging, eternal, immutable. Simply because even if there were to, like, no mind to be there, to like no mind for it to be the case, it would still always be the case. If you have this 2 quantities of things and another 2 quantity of things, it would lead to this, like, this conclusion that's being 4.
Yeah, that's fine.
Things. So yeah, what's the argument for a chair being immutable, unchanging,
Because
independent of the mind?
Yeah, sure. The act of sitting down on something isn't something that's, hold up. The act of sitting down on this thing, right, that we label as a chair, that act can exist without the human mind, except for the thing is we're labeling this thing as a chair. That's fine. The concept of labeling or whatever can be its own separate thing, and especially in this verse, it's described as the space the concept is in.
Wait, hold on. Let's just keep it on your analogy right now. For you to say
I'm
that,
saying I think that analogy connects to my argument, because in this
I know. Now I'm gonna
verse
just
it
defeat the
describes
analogy
this
because I don't
concept
think the
as a
analogy
platonic
follows
one.
at all. I was about to say I'm gonna just defeat the analogy because I don't think the analogy follows at all.
Okay.
Again, you're just repeating the claim of sitting down is external to them. I'm asking for an argument or reason as to why that is the case.
Yeah, because that can be done. So, for example, you would define sitting down on something as just like bending your knees and laying down on something, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is that, like, that action isn't... Hold on 1 second.
Yo, Mona, you want to play Sorcerers? Or no?
Sharz, I will butt slam you in sword.
Alright, hold
No,
up, I'm
fuck
back,
you
sorry.
won't. You're scared to get on,
Infinity
bitch.
said that he
No,
can
I'm
judge as
not.
well, so
Stop.
we can give him... What's it
That's
called?
fine. Go ahead.
Let me invite him quick.
Bro, who trying? Yo, no, you trying to hop on Sorcerers?
Nah, I can't.
Nigga, I'm getting
My
on.
PC got taken
Oh,
away.
bet.
But that
Why
game
your PC get taken away, bro? Vader's shit got taken too.
Ah, shit, bro.
What did you do? Did you fail that German test? Whatever the fuck?
Yes, bro, I did.
Oh, fuck no. They get your grades out that quickly? Your teacher is L's.
Bro.
Alright, I sent him the invite.
Okay.
Hopefully he'll join. I guess we can wait till like 55, and if he doesn't join, we can just continue with our arguments. Because if he joins, then
I'm
we
already
can...
forgetting. You have to repeat yourself whenever he gets back.
That's fine. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think the chair analogy was my best one. I think I could have described it in a better way, so I'll probably just drop that.
Okay.
Where's the welcome? There it is. Those goodbyes. Oh, this isn't even like set up yet. Oopsies.
Yo, Sharz, join.
Bad. He's about to get his ass beat for like the 9th.
This motherfucker is not joining anytime soon. I'll just repeat what I said. Basically, I'm arguing that within the verse, the concept of destroying witches is mind independent, and it's in an eternal and unchanging place. And I think that gets
Okay, wait, before you move on to that, I think that gets, why is the concept of hope eternal in some non-changing place?
No, I'm
And why
using the
isn't it
concept
hope?
of destroying witches. I'm saying that these people can just label this thing as hope because they
Okay,
think
the
like it gives them
concept
hope
of
or whatever.
destroying witches, why is that eternal in a non-changing place?
I think it's described. It doesn't have to be in real life. That's fine. I'm saying within this verse, it's described as it's given these properties that align with other concepts that are eternal and unchanging. So I think that it would be safe to assume. What's up?
Wait, so you're saying it's given the properties that align with these
Yeah, like
eternal? What is these properties?
say for
Wait,
example. Hold up. Let me give an analogy. You said what?
I was about to say, what are these properties, and do you have scans for it, or is it
Yeah,
like
sure.
other referential shit? In what's it called?
The scans are the ones I already sent. It's described to have it's described to be metaconceptual. It's described to have no direction or depth, so no spatial axes. And the what's up?
I was about to say, I can agree it's like quote unquote described to be this way, but like what's in question is whether or not this description of it is true. Because
This
I'm
description
asking,
of it
why
is
is it
true.
the case? Yeah.
Why is it the case that she's a platonic concept, or why is it the case that
That
these
it's
descriptors of
immutable,
platonic?
unchanging, eternal, whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, sure. The
Because
first off, the
wait, hold up. They'll say that it's something like, well, I don't even see where it's saying it's immutable or unchanging or whatever. Like I just hear metaconceptual, but presupposing there is a wait, hold up. Presupposing there is some type of description saying it's immutable, unchanging, eternal, whatever the fuck. How are they going to say it's immutable, unchanging, eternal, whatever the fuck? But then the thing they're directly aligning it with to be is what, an action or some type of thing like hope, which is like analytically dependent on a mind to be a thing, unless you believe the mind is eternal.
I don't think that the mind, or I don't think that the hope argument defeats what I'm saying, because, like I said before, this hope, this statement of hope, she became a singular concept out of hope. I think that is in most reference to the idea that within the verse, witches are bad, right? And destroying witches is what the good guys want. So this thing is what gives these good guys hope, because it's what's destroying the antagonist, like the main antagonist of the series. For example, if, let's say, Naruto, fourth grade ninja war, right, whatever, if this concept destroys Madara, right, the allied ninja forces would get hope from that because it's the main antagonist that gets defeated.
I get that, but I'm saying, why is that eternal? And you're saying it's linked to the idea, but
No,
an idea,
I'm not
unless
saying
you
the hope
believe
is
this
eternal.
yeah, you're saying the hope or the action that like
I'm
induced
saying that
this
the
hope,
action
that
is
being,
an
yeah,
eternal
the
idea.
action that induced this hope, right? If
Yeah.
you're saying that the action that induced this hope is dependent on niggas who remember it to be the case, then it's mind dependent. If it's mind dependent, how is it eternal?
The action isn't the hope, or sorry, the concept isn't the hope. I'm saying that the label it's given from the people that are physical can be hope. I don't think that defeats the idea of it being eternal, because it's just a descriptor that we are giving it. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the actual concept is unchanging. And it's also the thing with hope is that it's subjective, so it can differ from.
All right, cool. You just agree to subjective, mind dependent, unless you're appealing to
No,
some other definition.
oh my god, I don't. Like I said before, the concept isn't hope itself. The concept is an action, and I'm saying
I
these
know,
people
and
are
the action itself, this is what I'm saying, right? The action itself is dependent on niggas to remember it, the idea of this action itself. And if it's dependent on this idea of the action itself, then how is it eternal? Simple as that.
How is it dependent on the idea of the action itself?
You said it yourself. You said it like even with your Madara analogy, you said that somebody kills Madara or somebody stops Madara. It gives the Shinobi Alliance or the other ninjas hope to fight on, right? That means somebody has to remember this for it to actually like induce hope, or for it to actually be the case. Even with your even with your Madoka analogy, you said it's linked to this action, and this action is then like remembered by the people. And if it's remembered by the people, it is induced. It's the inducement of this hope. It is the concept itself. And if that is the case, then it is mind dependent.
What? No, not necessarily. In Platonism, concepts can still exist without people discovering them. The whole idea of Platonism is that concepts exist in a separate universe and we simply discover them. I don't think that us remembering a concept means that the concept no longer exists. That's presupposing that the concept is mind. Hold up. I think that's presupposing that the concept is mind dependent, which is what's in question. You did say that though. You said that. You said that you asked how can the concept be eternal and unchanging if it requires people to remember it to exist. That's what you said.
Yeah, that's not me denying the concept. That's saying
I know, and I'm saying that doesn't defeat the argument, because the concept can still. The whole idea of Platonism is that concepts are external to the mind and that they are found by humans in the future, right? That doesn't defeat the idea that.
Yeah, but where in Platonism does it say all concepts, even including things like hope or your subjective view of you liking fried chicken?
it doesn't have to be what's it called. I don't think it has to be straight to be a Platonic concept. As I said before, let's pause back on my other argument of it's given descriptors of Platonic ideas.
The question is whether or not these descriptors are true, bro.
Oh my goodness, I know that's what's in question, but I'm saying you have no reason to question this thing because you're
several reasons.
I know. I'm saying your line of reasoning doesn't actually defeat what I'm saying. If you want, we can just go to conclusions.
You saying my line of reason doesn't defeat what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna repeat myself, and then you're gonna give me your response. And if your response is just you repeating yourself, yeah, we can conclude. So, right, you're saying again. Now, cut me off if I'm strawmanning you, bro. You're saying the concept itself is this action being deleting hope, no, not deleting, getting rid of witches or whatever the fuck, right?
Yes.
You're saying that this concept itself is linked to the people's remembrance of this concept?
No.
What are you saying?
I'm saying
that even that in itself, you did say idea, but like regardless, right? Even that in itself, that action in itself isn't something that's always happening.
The action itself, I don't think the action itself is something that always has. Hold up, I don't think the action itself is something that has to have always happened for the concept of it to still exist. I'm saying that the concept.
No, I mean, I agree with that, but if that's the case, then it's not eternal if it isn't always happening.
Why is it not eternal if it isn't always happening?
So. Listen, with again, back to the 2 + 2 = 4 shit. Usually not even usually, I think as far as my knowledge goes, all immutable concepts, all unchangeable concepts, all eternal concepts, their things have things that are always happening, i.e. 2 + 2 = 4. That thing is always happening, that quantity measure is always happening. It doesn't really matter what you're talking, like where it changes. Space-time, if you think space-time is eternal, that shit's always happening. There's no part where it changes. If this action is linked, if this concept is linked to this action, and this action is being destroying witches, and this had a point in time where it wasn't the case and then was the case, then it changed. It's not eternal.
Not necessarily. The properties of this thing can change. Hold up. For example, let me give an analogy. So, for example, the concept of Earth, right? The concept of Earth, of it being, round, having people on it, having plants on it. The concept can still exist before and after the Earth's death, right? Because the concept has to exist for the physical properties of this thing to come into existence, right?
What did you say? My bad. I was too busy cursing at Mona.
I'm saying that a concept, like for example, the concept of Earth can still exist without Earth physically existing because the concept isn't dependent on the physical properties of this thing to be in existence. Like for example, we have pre-established concepts like for example, the concept of an apple, right? It's round, red, it's fruit. This thing can still exist without I guess probably an apple isn't probably the best analogy because.
Yeah, that's fine, but that just means it isn't eternal. I don't care.
I still don't think that doesn't mean it's eternal. We can go to conclusions.
Why do you think it's not eternal, bro?
Because I don't think that defeats it being eternal, right?
Oh my God.
What about the physical? Hold on. What about the physical properties?
On the mind, I'm telling you right now, if it's dependent on the observation of a mind to be create its concept, then it's mind dependent. Now you're presupposing everything you're saying, i.e. this apple, this concept of hope, this, that, and the third is all external to the mind, which is what I've been questioning this entire time.
I know. I'm saying
you don't think it's a defeater, but it's directly questioning your the basis for this being an eternal concept. If you didn't provide an answer, yes, we can conclude.
Hold on. Repeat your first part of the argument.
What, the first part?
Yeah, the first part.
You keep going back to things like the apple, the earth, But if this thing is dependent on the mind of giving an identity to and exist, then it is not external to the mind. Immutable. Now let me finish. Let me finish.
The argument. This is
all right. Wait, no, because I'm about to clarify because you're gonna sit here and then you're gonna answer something I never asked, and then we're gonna repeat ourselves for the third time, and then we're gonna ask to go to conclusions. All right. Now lost track what I was saying. So usually you presupposing all of this is external to the mind and not dependent on the mind. And what's in question is whether or not this thing is dependent on the mind. And even if it isn't dependent on the mind, it still went from an action of going from A not being there to B being there. Therefore, it's changing. If it's changing, it's not eternal. Go ahead.
Don't think that's hold on 1 second. For something reasons, like for example, you brought up earlier that it can't be mind that has to have of the mind to realize existence, right?
Oh my God. What did you say, bro?
I said your argument. I think you said earlier that it can't. Hold up. You said can't require them to be right?
Yeah, it can't be eternal if it's the mind is the fucking basis for this thing's existence.
I don't.
Something like hope, for example. If hope analytically is desire needs a mind to occur. Simple as that.
Hope saying so. For example, truth is just that's a line for reality, right?
truth is what? Wait, what?
Look at that truth is just what's fine. It's in alignment with reality, right?
I think that can be a way to verify truth. Sure. What do you mean? How? You positive?
Really, also on experiences are based on, so there's no way to actually think it in accordance with reality, and if that's an objective opinion or not. So would also mean that the concept of truth isn't eternal because it requires the mind for verification.
You're saying the concept of truth isn't eternal? You don't think something can be true
No.
independent of
I'm saying that's where I think your argument falls apart, is because the concept of the truth and reality need to be verified by the mind.
Wait, now let me ask you this. Wait. This goes back to, then this goes to this. What do you define truth to be? What's in alignment with reality? So you think that are you telling me I believe that I don't think something could be true, like external to the mind? I mean, like internal to the mind or whatever.
I'm saying that's not about arguing. Is your argument of something needs a mind, something needs to be verified by the mind, or else not?
No, I'm saying this specific thing needs to be verified by the mind, not all things, bro.
I know you don't get something verified by the mind. Something can be verified.
Mono, you play like a bitch, bro.
Right. Something needed to be verified by the mind doesn't mean it not.
Wait, what?
It's with the now, right? This is what's in alignment. Agree with that. Let's just get that away.
I said I said that I agree that can be a way to verify truth. Sure, that can be a way. There could probably be others. I don't know.
Verified. Okay, so then what truth is that?
I don't know. Something that corresponds with the truth maker. Whatever.
Something that corresponds with the truth maker? Okay, so that's the truth maker.
Yeah, I said correspondence with reality can be a truth maker. I don't care.
Sure. Okay, so any other definitions of truth that we can have?
I myself no, but that doesn't mean correspondence with reality is the only truth maker. Why?
Are you fine to stand up?
Huh? Sure, you can appeal to Oxford. Sure, you can appeal to Oxford for whatever you're looking for.
In accordance with so the definition is in
okay.
Reality. So I say if this week's definition, if it's true, we have then mean that truth because if it's in reality or it's in accordance with reality, reality has to be verified by the mind for it to be objective. If it's the case,
you said reality needs to be wait. Did you say reality needs to be verified by the mind to be objective?
That your art is
no, it is not.
Do you
even know what point we're on? I was about to say we can conclude.
Engineer conclusion.
Yeah.
We was on this shit for a while.
Go?
No, you can go, bro.
So I argue that this character is eternal. So I argue that the concept that is referring to is like eternal, not having or death, and not having he questioned the idea of being eternal because it's a concept that's the mind to it because the will is something and will defined by the will combined. And I said that it isn't a defeater because the concept of hope itself is like the concept and action is objective, and he argued that an eternal concept is a contrary statement because the action to always be occurring. And I said that doesn't make sense because the concept of physical properties doesn't have to do physical properties. An example, for example, Earth, the properties of Earth that are in concept don't have to be studied. They can't the concept have to exist before the physical manifestation of the thing. And he argued that something.
Okay. All right. So we went over whether or not whatever the fuck concept I think is hope is an internal concept. He said it's linked to the action of. He said it's linked to the action of Madoka destroying witches or like destroying all witches throughout some bullshit. Hold up. Can I finish, bro? No, you strawmanned me several times. I still let you finish, bro. Like, let's not do that. All right. So, anyways, right when this nigga threw me off track. I forgot what I was saying. Like, niggas keep fucking cutting me off, right? So when we was talking about the concept shit, I questioned why would this be an internal concept if like the concept itself seems to be linked to an action and this action is dependent on niggas to remember it. That's at first what he argued. Then he changed it up to this is independent of the mind. Thus, it needs to be like external to the mind. And if it's external to the mind, then wait, who the fuck is John? If it's external to the mind, then it's eternal. One, not only did I question how is that secular, because like I don't see how that follows at all, but I also question if this was even external to the mind in itself. I don't think he ever actually answered that question. I think he also defeated his own argument several times and realized that. That's all I really need to say right there. I don't really need to continue any further. All of the analogies he gave kind of defeated his own argument. Then he switched up 90 million times throughout the point.
All right, well, okay. Mikey, I got a question for you. So, how are you able to justify? How are you able to justify that this concept was eternal? Because I don't see how you did. Like, what you argue? Did you argue that?
It's stated that the concept is stated.
That was what's in question. I already said several times the descriptor for this thing is literally whether or not we're trying to verify if that's true or not.
You're reading for written night, and
there was no reasoning. It was a question.
The basis for the question was that things like hope are provided by this, but that's argument.
You said the verse goes by. Wait before you finish. You said the verse goes by its own colloquial definition. I attacked that colloquial shit.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Okay. Actually, my bad. You can continue with like what you was trying to say.
It's okay. I don't think that. That's attackment.
How colloquial definition?
You're putting.
I said, yo, Sharz, how did you attack the colloquial definition shit?
So I attacked the colloquial definition by saying he said that this concept of hope is linked to Madoka destroying witches. Not only did I say that the Madoka destroying witches, this concept had a beginning in the sense that this thing went from the state of A not being there to B being there. So that already in itself contradicts with being eternal. So why would this be eternal again? Not only that, but I said the way he first argued is saying niggas remember it. Thus is the case. I said if niggas remember it, thus is the case. Then it's not eternal. It's dependent on a mind. And normally or usually, eternal concepts are independent of the mind. I brought up 2 + 2 = 4 several times, right? Then I think that's all I need to bring right now. I think I brought up one more thing.
You're cutting out like badly. You sound like a talk boy.
Yeah, I can't. Yo, NGL.
Who said that?
Can you hear me? You heard what I said?
Yeah, I heard you. You're fine. Yeah, not gonna lie, bro. All right, yeah, I'm gonna give this to Sharz too, bro.
Okay, why?
Can you attack the debate, please? Like, trying to hurry this up.
Oh yeah, I'll attack later.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Yes. Yeah. All right. I'll go out of brave fire. Okay. Yeah. So basically, what the fucking bro? Why the fuck did my head just go blank, bro? What the fuck? Oh yeah. Okay. So basically, the reason why I gave the point to fucking Sharz is because of the fact that what's it called? I don't see how you were able to justify the fact that I guess the fucking concept was eternal at all. Like,
oh no, you play like such a pussy.
So basically, start off with the fucking first thing. Yeah, with the plutonic shit. I don't see how that really was, I guess, like a contender to his argument because of the fact that what's it called again? Because of the fact that he argued against that saying that that it doesn't necessarily need to apply to this like concept specifically, and not only that, but that fucking concept being a plutonic concept would only tie back to if this concept was eternal to begin with, which was in question. So I don't say that would be a justifier. I feel like that would be more of a question. But what I feel like because the play was like basically off of that, I don't see how you justify, I guess, your position. I'm about to give this Sharz.
You got any of this, Scanlon?
Okay. I think you're going to switch to and again.
Sure. Hold up. Right, Mono, stop attacking me for a second. I want to change my character. I want to change the title. Sorcerers.
Sorcerer? Is that?
Sorcerer's Battlegrounds, Roblox. I should be able to grant your wish no matter how absurd it is.
That she can her up and it's consistent scan at all. I grant you even the possible miracles. And the game's a bit what's it called? And this part is
okay, I'm gonna just go scan by scan. You cool with that?
The first
same thing. Okay, so with the hold up. There we go. I changed the title. We can find out, Mana. So with the first scan, it says I should be able to grant your wish no matter how absurd it is. How is he coming to that conclusion? Because it sounds like he's questioning himself. He says should, so like I'm asking, how is he coming to that conclusion?
Because wait, hold on. How is he able to come?
Yeah, so it's like when you use terms like should, usually it's like how I put this. When you say something should be the case, you're also implying that the opposition could also be the case. So again, how does he know that this is actually like a verified feature?
I think in this scenario, I think that is using that way to describe their abilities to the person. This is even just I think you the most impossible miracle. That the cat is supposing that the negation of this thing can be helpful in a way, right? This is his abilities, and if thing I should be able to do this game.
Okay, so when you say he's just describing his abilities like this to be the case for the sake of, I don't know, just talking to Madoka to dumb it down for her or some shit, why wouldn't this just be an induction on his end? Because he's granted so many other people's wishes before and their wishes actually came true. However, he's using this to say, oh, with this, then your wish should come true based off of like my own perception verification of me granting other people's wishes.
That's an perception. Perception says the same thing. Second,
wait, so you're agreeing it can be wait, hold up before you move on. You're agreeing it can be based off of his own perception and experiences?
That's fine. I don't think how that defeats my argument.
Okay, so if it's based off of his own perception and experiences, how is he coming to a universal conclusion?
Because the cat has made universal wishes come true.
No, when I say universal conclusion, I mean he's saying that this thing can apply in all instances. How do you like make an induction to come to a universal conclusion in the sense that, oh, I've done this, I've done X, I've done Y, I've done Z, I've done P, I've done Q, I've done I, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P. So I must be able to do all of this thing, all of this shit within the bracket of fucking alphabet or like, I don't know, Japanese kanji or some bullshit. Why is he able to make a universal conclusion off of a finite induction?
Don't necessarily think he's off of this in the sense that he's making inductive statement. It's in the sense he made something for like wish he could that made it so fucking computers here, right? And that applied and that was applied
Wait,
right?
can you say that again? I lost
The statement is that he's making an inductive state of previous experiences. I think that he had made a universal conclusion happen before, so he should be able to do it again.
What is the wait? You're saying he made what is the universal conclusion then?
I think it's most likely he's made a universal conclusion before.
So why? And again, even still, like, what would be this universal conclusion? I'm still not understanding. So, like, what he just granted the wish that somebody could be able to do anything, or fuck all apples, or whatever the fuck.
I think that being possible, but I have a specific conclusion, and I think fact.
Well, if you're affirming that he's done this before, then I would ask you, what is the instance in which he's done this? Because like
he's done this before. Not that he has.
Then what's the reason for it? And even still saying it's likely he's done this before, then I would still ask you for the instance of what exactly did he do to verify if this universal conclusion is actually universal. But go ahead. I was saying I would still ask you what is the instance in which he made this universal thing become true, because I want to see if this universal thing is actually universal, so that his universal claim right now, that being anything can come true, is actually verified or justifiable.
So, all right, to the end of part.
Kimura, join us. We're playing sorcerers.
I think the idea being grants and then you can also grant most impossible. I think that's the fact he had a useful conclusion because both things are third or possible.
What? That just wait. So you think a universal conclusion, like being able to do anything logically possible, is impossible?
So, the possible thing, like even mirror thing that can just pertain to the universe.
That can just pertain to the universe. So like something colloquially, like being considered impossible, like I don't know, a cat flying.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So again, you're just repeating yourself. Again, I'm asking whether or not he's actually done this thing, and if he has done this thing, what is the thing itself, so I can see see myself whether or not this is a universal thing. If you're gonna just repeat yourself, yeah, we can conclude.
I think the idea that stating how certain is points to being able to make questions to
Okay, so you're saying it points to him having it. Okay, that's what's in question. But go ahead. We can conclude, NGO.
I don't think that
did you hear everything?
Y'all
you don't think I have a basis to you wait. Hold up. He just said something. You don't think I have a basis to question whether or not he's actually come to this universal conclusion? I think his usage of should be a valid basis. Okay, so all right. With this, I think my basis is just you should literally it.
Okay.
I don't think I don't think it's that, but we can go ahead.
Yeah, give me our conclusions.
You want me to conclude first? You was concluded first earlier. Yo, see, I don't even know why I said that. I usually have you conclude first because I forget everything. Let me think. So first he sent the scans. The scan says, let me read this shit. I should be able to grant your wish no matter how absurd it is. I said his usage of should implies that the contrary could also be the case. That being that if she asks for some super absurd wish that he's never seen before, he probably wouldn't be able to grant it, right? And I'm saying this is probably based off of an induction of him granting other little girls' wishes to say that, any wish, how absurd, blah, 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 blah. I think his usage of absurd is hyperbolic. I mean, not absurd. Any is hyperbolic. He's just saying this under his own perception and experience of granting niggas' wishes. And he's saying, like, this nigga fucking 1AM is saying that he's probably or possibly done this before of granting some universal wish or some shit. I asked him, all right, How do you know he's granted his universal wish? And even still, what is this universal wish so I can verify if this wish is actually universal? I don't think he's ever provided any evidence or real argument for that. I think he just kept repeating himself. And then what else happened? Let me think. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. You can conclude 1 a.m.
All right, hold on 1 second. Okay, yeah. Okay, so his first line of contentions was the idea of should, implying that there's a possibility of this not being the case. And I said, I don't necessarily think that it's implying that I don't think that it's necessarily implying that the nation is the case. Actually, it's the way of the down ability of the character. Sorry, it's of the down ability, and with the use of the language is like absurd and impossible miracles, I think it would be that universal inclusion is something that he was or in this sense that are absurd and impossible, and then he's making an something sort of like his with analogy. I think he's using an inference in the sense that universal or whatever, or the like possible, and so I think that the point. What was the last thing you said?
I don't fucking know. You asking the wrong nigga. Mona, where is you at, bro? Did you leave?
You said the oh yeah, you like this specific. I think that the conclusion matter as long as it was universal. Already,
Wait, hold on, yo. Can you repeat your reasoning onto why you think this? Like he did that thing before?
Because just an impossible, most impossible, and no matter how it is, it can be granted. I think that are
Wait, okay. Then I have a question for you. How do you attack the fact that this claim could just be inductive from what I guess this person in question saw? How were you able to prove that interpretation was logically impossible? Because Sharz, he wasn't necessarily arguing that this thing was possible. He just said it was possible. But what I'm asking you is how did you how were you able to prove that this interpretation was logically impossible?
I will try to argue that interpretation logical, knowing that some of the language he used, it would interpretation to be more.
Right.
So I wasn't arguing that his interpretation was
Okay, I mean, didn't you just say that? Didn't you just say that? Your contention, his argument that being that it could, or that it could be the case that this is inductive was X, right? But that argument itself is just presenting this possibility. So if you're not negating this, or if you're not negating this possibility by saying that it's logically impossible, then Sharz's argument would follow through. I don't understand how you could attack it.
How was his argument follow through if even if it wasn't as
because,
possible?
Because his argument just revolves around him presenting this possibility, obviously, right? And you're saying that you negated his argument by saying X, but now you're acknowledging the fact that the argument that you negate, you're not actually arguing that his interpretation was logically impossible. Therefore, his argument would follow through because he's merely just saying that this thing is possible. I don't understand how you attack that.
He can. That's fun. Like I said before, it would be more.
Okay.
How would you?
Okay, wait. So I was about to say then, if he's just gonna accept that, then we can move on. So I would ask then, what is the argument for your things being more probable? Because I think we both just have possible. I think both. Yeah. Wait. Hold on. I think we both just have equal interpretations. I want to again.
Okay. Why do you think we have equal interpretations?
Because you didn't provide any more evidence to suffice your thing being the case. I took everything you said and also put it in my favor. So again, everything you said can be put in your favor. Everything you said can be put in my favor. I mean, everything that's in the scan can be put in my favor. There's no other further evidence than like support. You know, your thing being more profitable.
How do the argument of language? Or how can the argument just be put into your?
Because you brought up the absurdity. You brought up the absurdity part in the semantics of the scan, and I already said that this could just be in reference to his induction. He's granted absurd wishes before, therefore he tells this girl, "Oh, I can grant absurd wishes." And also absurd. Well, I didn't say this within the point, but yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Go ahead. Respond to that.
All right, if you want, or Mikey, you could just reply to what he said, and I'll just get my verdict.
Does my reply change at all?
I mean, just reply. Maybe it does. I don't know.
So you're going off of an active inference.
You want me to give you an analogy for an example? Yeah, I said you want me to give you an analogy for an example.
That's what your argument was.
Right.
I don't think that the inference thing, that if he's had past things being made and they're impossible and absurd, and no matter how I think that would still support my conclusion more, because all situations are still impossible, no matter the perception of it. For example,
Wait. Impossible things are still impossible.
For example, been shooting lasers. At the end of the day, it's going to be impossible in our universe, no matter if that is or not.
Sure. Well, whether or not, I don't even know if it's impossible in our universe. It's probably somewhere in the universe where somebody has eyeballs. I mean, later treating eyeballs, but still, you're saying I was about to say I can understand that my argument is inclusive with yours, but I'm saying that my argument, what I'm saying, is only the case, not that yours is or even possibly to be the case. So no, it's not really like what I was about to say. Giving credence or giving fucking likelihood to your shit or whatever the fuck you know, bro. So yeah, when I say he's drawing an inductive inference, I'm saying that again, he's granted other girls' wishes. They probably wish for some shit that's absurd to him. Like, I don't fucking know, like wishing for their mom to not be divorced with their father, or wishing for some dead friend to come back alive. Some shit around that line. What's absurd or fucking some shit around those lines is fucking subjective or whatever the fuck, right? So he's granted these wishes before. Wait, hold up. He's granted these wishes before. Then when he is sitting here proposing a wish to this girl, he goes, "Oh, I've granted several absurd wishes before." Mentally, and of course he's not saying this like verbally to her, but he's saying, "Oh, I've granted wishes before. I can grant any absurd wish. I can grab an absurd wish." And I've already called into question whether or not this induction can come to a universal conclusion. But go ahead.
So I think I will agree with you. This part can be of inference. We still think the attack the idea impossible way still impossible. And like no matter that's viewing it. So I still think.
So wait, you said you think that all right. So wait, is this a new point or are you bringing this up now?
I mean, this is kind of that's what my he asked me.
So what's your response to my thing? All right. So this is a new response. Okay, so this is a new response. You're saying an impossible thing. What do you mean by impossible, bro? Because I'm agreeing that he can grant wish. Wait, hold up. I'm agreeing that he can grant wishes in the sense that, like, I don't know, if a girl wished for a bike, she will get the bike from him or some bullshit around those lines, right? But say like she was punished by her mother, right? And she wasn't allowed to get a bike, or she wasn't allowed to get a bike from her mother or father or some bullshit. Under that motoscope, it would quote unquote be seen as impossible to get a bike. So yes, he can be granting certain impossibilities under a specific motoscope.
Like mom be impossible.
I said under that scope because parents are usually what dictate what you can and can't do, right? Usually, or most of the time, right? If that's the case and they dictate this to be the case, i.e. you're not getting a bike, under that motoscope, it can be seen in the sense that, oh, it's impossible for you to get a bike, or I guess until this changes or whatever the fuck, right?
Even so, I think that Like,
I'm not saying it's impossible under every motoscope. I'm saying it's impossible under that specific motoscope.
even like
So what kind of
yes,
impossibilities can he grant?
I think reference to the for example, possible to find
I can agree is under some sort of percent chance, but under what motoscope? That doesn't answer the question. Percent chance under what motoscope?
I don't think there's a reason to put this under there's reason to put this under the data even something that's like possible for good model. Still abilities of his own that would make any sense. So
I agree he's describing his abilities, but he's not specific about his abilities.
I know, but the thing is,
that's what I'm saying.
use a wish, this can erase a concept.
The girl uses the wish from this cat to erase a concept. So what motoscope does that go under?
I mean, like, no computer is. I mean,
and even still, wait. How does she erase? Wait. Even still, like we can go under like, how do you erase a concept, bro? How do you use the wish to erase a concept? What does that mean? What is the means of erasing a concept?
I know. This fucker nerd emoji. Okay, the we should for a concept and let me see if yeah the
This is taking too long, bro.
this you spoke.
I'm saying this is taking too long. I don't like this. Go ahead.
The concept which is or the concept that is no longer exists in this world, so it's away from that world.
Yeah, that's the claim. How do you erase a concept that's still in question? What are the means of erasing a concept?
Like I said before, it's not having like even if it was turned on, just having that no longer exists in the world, the face for that something can't exist. There's ability that. So
repeat what you said.
Sorry,
repeat what you said before.
Don't know how you're reiterate. Like I don't think how you questioning new versus concept considering static no longer exists.
I already told you that's a claim. I'm asking for the means to justify this claim.
I'm saying that I think you questioning how can it be the case. Even if
okay. So wait. All right. Now I'm gonna tell you. Wait. I'll tell you right now. Oh my god. All right. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If I'm questioning how this is going to be the case, the how is going to be like the premises for the conclusion, that being, the fucking concept being erased. So if you can't justify the premises, then why should I accept the conclusion? And the conclusion in this case is the concept being erased. But what is the means of erasing this concept? What is the premises that led to the conclusion of the concept being erased? The cat.
Yeah.
That doesn't answer. Fuck.
Again, I still don't think for example, the author intends, like, for the example, if the author says that this character can shoot others or whatever, questioning how does that the character shoot, even if I couldn't explain how this thing this verse, I think that the author it's true.
Okay, so are you just gonna use the author as like the main justifier for this being a model left? Are you going to use the author as the main justifier for this being the case? Okay, then this just goes right back to point one. Why should I accept what the author is saying, bro?
No, I'm just restating my I think it's honestly, that's fine.
The debater at this point.
Sick ass nigga NGL got cancer.
What the fuck, yo, make chill.
I don't know, but I want to be Shiki. If you, of course, obviously, like so that if you want to, fine.
Bro, this nigga said I got cancer, bro.
You want to see what I use for Shiki? All right, that.
People think it can't be described with linguistics or something like that.
Yeah, I've only used that like once. Boy, Shiki. Let's see if I can find this right here. What should I? Which scan should I use? I'm gonna ask this nigga no if he's listening. I've mock debated this
Yeah,
nigga a million times with Shiki.
yeah, I'm listening. You should use use the omnipotent one.
Okay.
Shut your bitch ass up.
He's a whole ass bitch. Me, fuck on.
So
Mono.
my character, she's like omnipotent or some shit. Yeah, she's
You couldn't
omnipotent.
send that.
I sent it in scans.
He's using Shiki, so.
Yep. PTSD. Oh my
Another
God, bro.
thing of the omnipotent wish granter itself. Parameter saying that she's omnipotent. Is that what this game is saying?
Is it? Let me read it. I mean, do you wait? Meaningless to those parameters. Oh wait, you don't think omnipotence can be considered a skill?
No, I don't know what game are you.
So basically, from my understanding, in other words, the same qualities that omnipotent wish granter itself, normal parameters will become meaningless to a possession of the skill. I think they're just saying that in reference, like in comparison to the skill of omnipotence or the ability to have omnipotence or be able to do whatever the fuck you want, normal parameters like like limits, 40, 5D, 60, fucking mathematics, all that good shit, it's fucking irrelevant. It doesn't matter. She can do whatever the fuck she wants, She can turn your character into a potato.
The instance is describing something as having parameter type thing to be. Sorry, describing this ability to be yours.
Yo said autistic potato. I got that shit from Jester, bro. Jester is so fucking funny. He said that as his conclusion. He said Superman turned your shit into an autistic potato fam. That was his conclusion. What did you say, 1 a.m.?
So you're saying this means that
Omnipotence. I think it just means almighty. I think if you put almighty being able to do anything, if you put a limit on being able to do anything, then you can't do anything. It's like you're limited to this one specific thing.
Okay,
Not one specific thing, but you're limited to this one scope. Sure.
That wouldn't take time. So their contradiction, then it'd be logical to assume that this thing isn't the case.
Why would an omnipotent being be bound by logic? That's a question.
Why would something be bound by logic?
Yeah, why would something omnipotent be bound by logic? If it's bound by something, then can you call it omnipotent?
So you're saying that you didn't do that?
I'm saying, I was questioning why are you saying it being a contradiction means it can't happen? Because again, like almighty, all powerful, whatever the fuck.
Then you're
if you're bound by one specific thing, how are you all powerful? Why would my character be bound by the terms of illogicality?
Well, hold on a second.
Why would my character be bound by the terms of illogicality?
Oh, I'm just wondering if this character isn't bound by logic.
I don't believe. No, I don't think so. If you grant.
Okay, so why is it there anything logical or anything logical possible?
So what? Why? Okay, so I've already put this in the question. Why would an omnipotent entity be bound by logic in the sense that it got to be limited to?
I think that omnipotence can be in a sense that you can do all things logically possible. It's fine.
Okay, that doesn't answer the question.
Yeah, I'm asking you to the omnipotence.
Oh, I've already answered this. I've already said if it's bound by logic, then is it omnipotent? Is it all powerful? If there's a restriction, if there's a restriction on it, is it? All right? Let me ask you this: do you think if this thing is restricted to something, it's omnipotent?
I think it's just a logic can be, and that there's as all logical.
Okay, sure. Wait, then what's the evidence for it being described as all things logically possible in Israel? I think it would just be going to the normal definition: all powerful, almighty, being able to do whatever you want. Okay, and I'm asking, what's the? No, I'm calling into question your definition, applying it in this context. So why would it apply in this context? Because it already blatantly says. I was about to say, why would your definition apply in this context? Because it already blatantly says normal parameters become meaningless to somebody in the possession of this. So, what is the argument for your thing applying?
A lot possible, and this character.
You think normal parameters can wait? You think normal parameters is only in reference to the universe?
I think it could be.
What's the argument for that? I gotta stop fucking trolling. Go ahead. What did you say? You think it's equally as probable as mine? You are an evil ass nigga. I'm sorry. Wait. You're saying what? You're saying our definitions are equal or some shit?
Yeah.
Do you think? All right. I agree that. Wait. So I agree that normal parameters can be in reference to a universe, but I think that normal parameters are more likely in reference to things like modal scopes, like logical modal scopes, things of that nature, because it's directly in reference to omnipotence. So if I were to say something like No has an asteroid belt because he's fat as fuck, right? That's obvious. That's obviously implying that this nigga needs to fucking fast and stop eating like a fat bitch he is, right? And I'm saying that his fucking gravity pull is stronger than that of any other normal niggas because he's a fat bitch.
You're saying how is that?
I'm saying, right, since they're in reference to omnipotence and parameters, I think the omnipotence would suffice, like, add more credence to my thing saying that, like, it's not limited to normal parameters in the sense like logic, too, because logic is also a parameter, a restriction placed on all humans. I said,
so you're using the definition of
also being wait, hold up. Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah, you put the definition in the question. I forgot, bro. Answer my question, bitch. What's the argument? Bitch, hoe ass nigga, kill yourself. I'm sorry, that was mean.
What?
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just mad that Mono left because now I got nobody to fight while I fucking debate this nigga. No, join. And,
I think it just be all things logically possible.
Oh, sure, I don't care then. You can have that. I don't fucking care. I kind of stopped caring about this debate a while ago.
Sharz,
all things logically possible.
Ass.
Kill yourself, bitch.
He mad he asked the Jujutsu Sorcerer Battleground.
Nigga, didn't I make you quit?
Yeah, we go 1v1 when I get my shit back.
Mikey slamming.
I was about to say that's why I just stopped. I was like, I don't care anymore. This debate's gone on for too fucking long. Like, I don't like this. Usually, like, I like the shit between like 40 to an hour, like 40 minutes to an hour. Like,
along with
no idea, but I know it was longer than that. GG's though, unless you got anything else you want to say.
No, time now. There's probably an hour.
Hey, you live in Arizona?
I
Oh, never mind.
I'll fucking.
Yeah, this nigga thought you was gonna have a friend.
Are you guys done or?
Hey, Mona, shut the fuck up, bitch. What the hell?
What did they even say anything?
Oh my god. Now, fuck.
I know Sharz butt sweaty, so the stinky ass kid. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Crazy.
Yo, so you got a shit ass mic. I'm not.